There's definitely some hurdles, some bumps in the road. We had to work through some really hard things. And there's been some really trying times, but right now it's really good.
How did your kids feel about you coming out and being in a relationship, a public relationship with somebody other than their dad?
It depends on the kid. So they haven't all taken it the same. My oldest daughter, Bella, she's still struggling with it. Not with the fact that I'm dating a woman, because we are a very open family. You know, we've always been big supporters of the LGBTQ community. Even before they could walk, we were going to marches in DC when they were in strollers. So that wasn't the issue. I think it's hard for Bella to see me or Sean dating anyone else, just because, you know, she's 21. She grew up with a certain family, and you know, that's close to her heart. My second daughter, Rowan, she's part of the community. She loves Vic. They get along great. Jacob is a 16-year-old boy. He's like, whatever, I don't care. And the little kids, you know, as far as they know, it's just more people that love them. Mm-hmm. And that's sort of how Sean and I have presented this to them. Our family isn't splitting up. Our family is growing.
Mm-hmm. I love that. And how would you define your relationship with Sean now?
It's good. It's good. There was definitely some hurdles, some bumps in the road. We had to work through some really hard things. And there's been some really trying times, but right now it's really good. We're co-parents. We're partners in life. Mm-hmm. You know, we're definitely working towards the same goals, and we're getting along really well. We're friends. I think at the end of the day, we're best friends.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, definitely. I think the last time we spoke, and I think you may have said it in interviews, that divorce is not on the table. Is that still the case? Do you still want to remain legally married to Sean?
I think now that more time has passed and we're both, you know, dating other people, I'm a little more like, okay, eventually probably we will get divorced. Mm-hmm. Eventually someone's going to want to get remarried. Someone we're dating won't be comfortable with the situation. I understand that. And that's totally, reasonable. For now, we absolutely do not. We don't see a reason to. There's just no, for us, there's no reason. Now, down the line, is that a possibility? Absolutely.
Yeah. Do you want to get married again?
I do.
You do? Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want more kids in the future?
I don't. Yeah. No. I am good. But if I was with someone, I have had this conversation before. Yeah. You know, Vic doesn't have children. She would love to have one day. That is something we will discuss later on down the road. But I'm so good.
I'm sure 7 is a lot. I mean, I have 2 and I can barely keep my head on straight.
And, keep in mind, Bella's the same age that I was when I had babies, and she lives with her boyfriend and they plan on getting married. So it's not that crazy that I'm going to be a grandma in 5 years. So yeah, I am just fine waiting 5 more years for someone else to have a baby.
That is totally fine. Now, does Victoria blend nicely in with the family? Does she and Sean get along? Does she and the kids get along?
She does. I don't spend too much time with all of them together because she is based out of New York. She does travel a lot for work. So she spent some time with them. It's been great. She hung out with Sean, just the 2 of them before, and they got along well. They have some work stuff in common. Yeah. But for the most part, when we're together, we're in New York and we're just focused on us.
Yeah. Is it hard watching Sean date other people, or are you happy for him to kind of explore other relationships?
I mean, it's not an either or, both. I can say, yeah, both. I'm happy for him. I really want him to fall in love. I want him to find that. Is it hard? Of course. We were together 27 years, but I am happy for him. Yeah.
I think you opened up in an interview recently about your sex life. Is it still just as spicy as you said it was?
I mean, she's been gone the past week, so no, but she lands in about 30 minutes. So, yeah, I mean, she's gorgeous.
Mm-hmm, she is.
I don't know if you've seen photos of her, but she's quite possibly the most beautiful woman ever. So, and it's so new for me and exciting. I used to think that there was something wrong with me because I didn't love like that. I didn't have the passion like that. And, it took me coming out and meeting the right person to realize I wasn't broken. I was gay.
So much has changed. And I know that this is a big month. It is Pride Month, and you are going to be the Grand Marshal of the OC Pride Parade. So tell me how that makes you feel. Tell me all about it. And I'm sure you're so excited.
I am so excited because Orange County, that's my home. Like right now I'm in New York and I'm doing great Pride stuff here, but Orange County is my home. It's where I grew up. It's where my kids live. So when they asked me if I would do it, I was like, oh my God, of course. Like this is a dream come true. I can't wait to represent Orange County.
How has your life changed since being so open about your sexuality?
I mean, first of all, I'm coming to you live from Brooklyn. So let's just start with that. I've become bi-coastal and that has been a huge change. I joke that, Vicky told me you can't date men and women, you have to pick one. I'm like, okay. So I did. And Kelly Dodd was like, if you don't like it there, move. I'm like, okay. So I did. So right now I'm doing the back and forth with Sean and I. We're doing the bird nesting parenting and I love it. So I get to come into the city and be Braunwyn, and I get to be with my girlfriend and then I get to go home and be a full-time mom to the kids there. So it's amazing.
Yeah. I mean, what would you say is the best thing about living life as an openly gay woman now?
I can just breathe. It's hard to describe how when you're not living your life as authentically as you could, how much that weighs on you in ways that I didn't even understand. And to be able to walk down the street holding, Vic's hand, it just lights me up from the inside. I'm so grateful that it's almost like a second chance at life. This is a whole new chapter. My life was on a trajectory and I kind of thought that's it. That's, where everything is going to end up. And lo and behold, I'm doing things and experiencing things that I never in a million years would have thought possible.
How is this relationship with Victoria different than anything you've experienced before?
I mean, she's a woman.
Yeah, right. There's that.
Let's start with that. And she's just amazing. So she works a lot. She's gone a lot. So there's definitely some hurdles with that because we live on different sides of the country. She travels. She's on a plane right now from Dubai.
Wow.
But with that, I've had a lot of time to be by myself. So I've been in New York by myself this past week. And it turns out I actually love being alone. I didn't even know that because even at home, I'm always surrounded by kids or Sean or something. Like, I actually like getting a chance to just be Braunwyn. That to me has been I'm no one's wife, no one's daughter, no one's mom. I can sleep in if I want. I go to the grocery store with one little bag and just fill it with what I want to eat. I wander the streets of New York. I mean, it's so amazing. Yeah. It's so amazing. And Victoria has been great. She really came into a situation that is complicated, to say the least. And she's done it with such grace and such understanding. So I'm really, really lucky.